Shalom, fam. Pray all is well. Pray everyone staying in the spirit. Doing all things for the hopeful elect's sake. Staying in the spirit, man, forever. Yeah, man, up, got the kids to sleep, babies to sleep. Gonna get a couple games in. Sit back, relax, popcorn, machine. Oh.
But by using a miniature version of this buying robot, researchers are hoping to make innovation faster and safer. You know, somebody like me with no training could pretty simply insert this device.
Got this video on talking about the real reasons robots should look like humans. But it's an hour and 30 minutes, so it's just like an infomercial, like a long ass infomercial, basically.
Just like that. It almost looks like a sort of a party favor. Yeah, right? It's like
Basically, I don't want to go to sleep.
Inflatable Play-Doh That's another good in right too. Yeah, so that's one of the kind of cool things about soft robotics is the robot is quite compliant, and we see that in a lot of these demos. You know, they can squish, they can bend. So how we've designed it is that the main robot goes down into the esophagus, and then we have this side branch that heads towards the trachea, and it's quite flexible. So we basically
They
find
put
the
in
opening.
these.
So it's really an example of kind of a
If y'all can see
passive
the video.
intelligence, mechanical intelligence, some people call it, where it can find its
They putting
path
this
even if
robot down people's throats. Damn.
Have you tried this on a real
No way is that. Are they? Oh, bro, what? No way are they consenting for that.
We've shown that we move from
No way, right?
nice idealized version to an actual in vivo situation and successfully intubate a patient. There's another application which is burrowing into sand or soil. When you blow compressed air into something like sand, it fluidizes. It becomes like a liquid, and that can allow the vine robot to grow into granular materials like sand. If you ever think that you because you grow into the ground, it's fairly different.
Oh, bro, you didn't even think of that. That would get in my head. That was bad. They worked on the back side, not that front, so I should have did something with that inside. His man was literally right there. I don't think he gonna run him off.
To reduce the force of the sand so that the robot, just by tipping something, can make it to a pivot. This makes vine robots an attractive option for NASA when they're looking to study the surfaces of other planets. Recently on Mars, they tried to have a burrowing robot, but it got stuck. Did you do it better, basically, or no? Yeah, that's a good question. So, the Mars InSight mission, they have this heat pump. The idea there was to be able to sort of hammer its way down into the core and then place the sensor that can detect the temperature.
It's actually crazy.
Inside the robot, something would wind up and pound it down, wind up and pound it down. But it turned out there wasn't any friction between the probe and the cylinder. What really happened is it would wind up, come down, wind up, come down, wind up, come down. So then you actually go. The example of something like this, like tip extension, because you have the base surface surface, you just keep extending right down. So you can sort of what amazes me about vine robots is how a plant inspired this
Vine
simple,
robots. Oh, that's what they call vine robots.
It's so easy, in fact, that you can build one yourself in as little as a minute. There are instructions online that I'll link to. But from that basic design have come a huge variety of robots with different applications from archaeology to search and rescue, or intubation to space exploration. And what else can you think of to do?
She like going to sleep.
pressure to, trigger these things.
Yeah, way too much. Way too comfortable. We get calling me. Okay, you know, supposed to be asleep.
Like, I'm thinking you could put, like,
She's like,
sensors on so, spread them across the field and they'll pick up when you some sort of like airlock. Yeah, so basically, imagine two tubes coming together, not sealed, and the binder robot growing through. Are there any updates about the binder robot? Like, the medical trials gotten anywhere? So we just did a trial. The nice thing about our device is that if it fails, 20 seconds. And so it doesn't take 3 minutes to detect and then realize you're going to get it. I think what's really nice about that is that it is so rapid. And even if it does fail, that one seems like it's so close to so information is what happens is those similar tools get put out to the field for an ambulance paramedics just trying to get information that are doing maybe in the dark, some poor body position, or the blood out. So everybody takes that seal over and tries to get out. This is the mind on my body. And so pre-hospital is where patients are given, and we think, there's many intubations aren't even attempted because the tools just aren't there. And then we are one issue there is there's not a way to help the first grade. Possibly, if we can make this thing so simple, it could basically be packaged with an AED where you could both get the heart going and you could intubate with oxygen. But I think we're close. It's pretty easy. You'll have to come back and get another video. We'll let you intubate after that, but you're fine. So we've kind of answered this question, but are these robots fine robots still being worked on? We have a project right now on anchoring special lenses. What's that?
Put that tackle.
Like scrub or something. It's incredibly hard, right? Like, look at this. It's got like about half an inch. I'm going to stand there pulling out. And I think one of the coolest things is that 100 pounds of anchoring force is created with almost no reaction.
Yes.
So it's like seats that slow the moving out. It's like all these little handles, and you're imagining through the friction, sound, all of those. So basically, when you're trying to go into the soil, the thing resisting you is the surface area that's pushing in. And then what gives you an anchoring force is the surface area of the sides. So you can imagine if you pump them all together, the area of the tips doesn't change, but the surface area of the sides will. Because you want to split them up into, practice. Really, we're using that concept now in these anchors and rotating that stuff down as well. So, it's like this deployable anchor where it's very light, and then you could throw it somewhere or just drop it, and then the roots go down, there's 4 roots that go down, take down, and there's like 100 meters of force to pull it out. Yeah, it sounds like a very sci-fi type thing where you could like throw the root pack in and you're like, oh yeah, the thing are locked in. Yeah, that's amazing. After seeing the unstoppable robot, we returned to Elliot's lab a few years later to see a robot that has conquered a totally different specialty, the art of jumping. This tiny robot weighs less than a tennis ball and can jump higher than anything in the world. In the competitive world of jumping robots, the previous record was 3.7 meters, enough to leap a single-story building. This criteria. First, motion must be created by pushing off the ground, so a quadcopter doesn't count, because it pushes off the air. And second, no mass can be lost, so rockets constantly ejecting burnt fuel are not jumping, and neither is an arrow launched from a bow. The bow would have to come with the arrow for it to count as a jump. Many animals jump, from sandflies to grasshoppers to kangaroos. They launch their bodies into the air with a single stroke of their muscles. The amount of energy delivered in that single stroke determines the jump height. So if you want to jump higher, you have to maximize the strength of the muscle. The best jumper in the animal kingdom is the galago, or bush baby. And that's because 30% of their entire muscle mass is dedicated to jumping.
Oh,
this allows a squirrel-sized primate to jump over 2 meters from standstill. It has like very small arms and upper body. It's just like huge jumping legs. It doesn't have their muscles or anything. It's just
oh no, that's not no way.
There are some clever jumping.
What was he doing there? He wasn't even. I didn't even.
As a kid, and when you deform a popper,
I wasn't supposed to read him, bro. I'm reading the backside linebacker.
Effectively, it becomes a spring. And then, just like an animal, in one stroke, it applies a large force to the ground, launching itself.
That's fake. That's Madden shit because I ran it back.
All elastic jumpers follow the same principle: storing energy in a spring and releasing that energy in a single stroke jump. But none of the jumping toys we had could compare to this tiny robot. Of all the things that I've ever tried to film, this is the most challenging. Because it's so small, it accelerates rapidly and travels a huge distance on each jump. Each takeoff happened faster than we could even register. Now, jumping might sound like a niche
They got
skill,
me jumping.
but engineered jumpers would be perfect for exploring other worlds, particularly where the atmosphere is thin or non-existent. On the moon, with 1/6 the gravity of Earth, this robot would be able to leap 125 meters high and half a kilometer forward. Rovers may struggle with steep cliffs and deep craters, but jumpers can hop in and out, fetching samples to bring back to the rover. And you don't use much energy when jumping, so if you could store the kinetic energy back in the spring on landing, the efficiency could be near perfect. The team has already started to build an entire fleet of jumping robots. Some of them can right themselves after landing, so they can take off again right away. Others are steerable. They have readjustable legs that allow the jumper to launch in any direction. Essentially what we've done is we've added 3 additional legs that don't store energy, but rather allow it to tripod so that they're like going a direction and launching on it.
Excuse me.
But how does this jumping mechanism work? Well, the main structure consists of 4 pieces of carbon fiber bound together by elastic bands. Together, they create a spring that stores all the energy needed for the jump. At the top of the robot is a small motor. A string wrapped around the axle is connected to the bottom of the robot. So when the motor is turned on, it winds up the string, compressing the robot. And this stores energy in the carbon fiber and rubber bands.
He missed the
The structure reaches maximum compression. I didn't know that once the bottom there is seaboard and stand up, right now it's rolled over, then you put down as soon as you can. And at this point, a trigger releases the latch that's holding the string on the axle. So all the string unspools all at once, and the energy stored in the spring is released. The jumper goes from a standstill to over 100 kilometers an hour in only 9 milliseconds. That gives an acceleration of over 300 Gs. That would be enough to kill basically any living creature. But how does it jump so much higher than everything else? Nearly 10 times higher than the previous record holder. Well, this jumper has 3 special design lightweight carbon fiber and rubber, doubles as the spring. Per unit mass, natural latex rubber can store more energy than nearly any other elastic material, 7,000 joules per kilogram. And the design of the spring makes it ideal for its purpose. Initially, they tried using only rubber bands connected to hinged aluminum rods. But with this design, when compressing it, the force rises to a peak and then decreases.
This feels like it all of a sudden got a lot easier to pull.
Another design with only carbon fiber slats requires a lot of force to get started, and then it increases linearly after that.
There's more and more force required to do this.
The ultimate design is a hybrid of these two approaches. The benefit being its force profile is almost flat over the entire range of compression.
So it needs a lot of force, and now it feels pretty steady with the amount of force that I need to apply.
Therefore, it provides double the energy storage of a typical spring, where force is proportional to displacement. The researchers argue this is the most efficient spring ever made.
Sometimes the string will snap. It's not always consistent that it releases when it's supposed to. Oh.
There's no way he got there. There's no way he got there.
Added weight is simply dead weight rather than anything useful, a spring or a motor.
So what it's adding is basically from the steel to our jumper, and it's going to get higher. And the key is that we're adding it to the top. You want your body to start moving to weigh at least as much as you. When your body's lighter, it's going to steer you, but then you're going to feel very inefficient and really control.
But the real secret to how this jumper can achieve such heights is through something the researchers call work multiplication. Unlike an animal, which can only jump using a single stroke of its muscle, an engineered jumper can store up the energy from many strokes, or in this case, many revolutions of its motor. And that's how the motor can be so small. It doesn't have to deliver the energy all at once. It builds it up gradually over a few minutes.
So the trade-off is kind of like time for energy.
Exactly. And this is possible because there is a latch under tension preventing the spring from unspooling until the robot is fully compressed. Interestingly, biological organisms do use latches. For example, the sand flea, which can jump incredibly high for its body size.
This muscle is attached right here. So it's right inside of the brain. So as we contract that muscle, the weight doesn't. Right? It's actually older. And then we have the second muscle that pulls it out. So we shift this muscle ever so slightly outside the brain.
That's wild. So there's these two muscles that are working.
So here's your big power muscle. Here's the trigger muscle. Torque reversal mechanism. Then all of a sudden it shifts.
But even though the biological world has latches, no organism has developed work multiplication for a jump from standstill, at least not internally. Spider monkeys have been observed pulling back a branch hand over hand using multiple muscle strokes stored in the bend of the branch to catapult themselves forward. There's a spider that shoots out a silky string, which they pull back multiple times in order to slingshot themselves to another location.
So it's like slingshotting itself?
All the slingshots.
Now, I tried jumping in moon boots to see if they would help me go higher.
These niggas.
Okay.
And it certainly felt like they did, but Elliot pointed out that from a standing start, they don't actually help much.
Build it. Here you go.
Only if you jump a few times before can you store up some of the previous jump's energy in the elastic band. And then that energy helps launch you higher on the following day. For years, engineered jumping was developed to mimic biological movement, but with work multiplication, it gained an advantage. If you can generate a large burst of energy simply by running a motor for a long time, the power of the motor is no longer the limiting factor. The spring is. So you can focus on making the most powerful spring possible. This jumper has nearly maximized the achievable height with this spring, assuming an infinitely
has way more inertia, meaning the drag force affects it less. The entire concept of work multiplication could bring robots to the next level. Currently, motors in robots have to be relatively small so they remain portable. The principle of building up the energy from multiple turns of the motor over time would allow robots to store and release huge amounts of energy.
How did you just back up like that, bro?
In the process.
That was a glitch.
When we visited you, we were looking at 110 feet. It was the record holder. My question, is that still the record as far as you know?
It is. I also talked to all the tourists that beat it because it is so I hope someone in the next year will beat it. If not, we'll be running the game.
Are there more developments happening for the movie robot?
We have a whole other part. We also think we'll beat it because we use strings. So I won't give away our secrets yet, but keep an eye out for that one too. That's gonna be fun.
So you have another jumping robot which has a totally novel design. And you think it's going to be better than the one that you had before?
Correct.
Wow, that's extreme. And in terms of making these things applicable,
Yes, we do have a fund in NASA, out in NASA, just in terms of they so that's a slow going process, but I think that's still
it would be like the next Mars helicopter.
I think that's a really good analogy. So the Mars helicopter is awesome. Basically, this little scout you get some nice views of where we can go, or take some samples. The helicopter we get pretty similar performance.
Are there any emails that came about from the jumping robot video?
A lot of people want to make Alex, this is really hard. I keep running that through every piece of that robot. When I talk about
Oh.
Value three! What's up?
What is the biggest thing you learned building a jumping robot?
How meaningful this can go wrong and it's to build something really cool. So there's years and years
Go tonight!
failing over and over and over and over again.
Turbo!
Something that sticks out to me is that there's a lot of things.
I got one question.
Well, why did it take that many years? Could you not have modeled out the springs, like done some simulations of it before you actually build the thing?
Well, no, and I should mention too that it's not like we get model simulation. That's all part of it. We didn't know what we went through so many different configurations of the robot.
Ric Flair.
But the most specialized, perfected match between a robot and a comes from a competition that's been refining this
Oh,
for nearly
first
50
time.
years. Micromouse is the oldest robotics competition in the world. It's like the Formula One of robotics, but you have to see their speed to believe it.
Go.
This tiny robot mouse can finish this maze in just 6 seconds.
Oh Lord.
Every year around the world,
Why you
people
jump over
compete
him
in
like
the
that?
oldest robotics race. The goal is simple: get to the end of the maze as fast as possible.
Person became second,
What?
lost by 20 milliseconds.
But competition has grown fierce.
Here we go. 76. Shell. 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 4 down.
Why is there so much paperwork for everyone? Honor? Aura?
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, kill. What's that?
In 1952, mathematician Clark Hannon constructed an
Ah, my God, bro. So the fact that they didn't let me lunge, and then 92 was right there, he didn't jump, bro. That was kind of sus. That's crazy. Cause I was like, okay, I can't lunge. I just accepted that. But then when I seen 92 right there, like, bro, you wasn't even getting blocked. You just let the ball go in your hand. No, come here. I thought you was about to pass it. Listen. I just knew he was going to pass it. I was like, I don't want to get hit.
Theseus is often referred to as one of the first examples of
That was
machine
crazy
learning.
animation.
A director at Google recently said that it inspired the whole field of AI. 25 years later, editors at the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEEE,
Oh my God, bro.
for electronic mice, or the mouse electronique, as they had heard. They were ecstatic. Were these the successors to Theseus? But something had been lost in translation. These mice were just batteries in cases, not robots capable of intelligent behavior. The misunderstanding stuck with them, and they wondered, why couldn't we hold that competition ourselves? In 1977, the announcement for IEEE's Amazing Micro Mouse Maze Contest attracted over 6,000 entrants. But the number of successful competitors dwindled rapidly. Eventually, just 15 entrants reached the finals in 1979. But by this point, the contest had garnered enough public interest to be broadcast nationwide on the evening news. And just like the rumor that inspired the competition, Micromouse began to spread across the world.
They had a theme song. Let's grab it. Micromouse. Here for the taking. What's here for the taking is crazy. That's a jingle.
Shut up.
Oh yeah. He out of there. He's out of there. He's not attacking him. He's not attacking him, bro. Oh, they got
Even people in the top 2 or 3, you can see them trying to set their mice up and they can barely find the buttons to press because it's absolutely nerve-wracking.
Oh, that's crazy. This game is crazy. That is actually crazy. The fact that that happened, like, bro, the game be doing crazy shit. That was the most realistic fake shit I've seen on this game.
No internet connection, no GPS or remote control.
Like, the game want me to win so bad.
It has to fit all its computing, motors, sensors, and
There
power
you go.
supply in a frame no longer or wider than 5 centimeters. There isn't a limit on the height of the mouse, but the rules don't allow hydrogen, lights, or any forms of combustion. So rocket propulsion, for example, is out of the equation.
Here we go. Super one, super one. Turbo, set. We go tonight. Maverick, Maverick. Attack. We go tonight. Maverick wall. We're good. We're good. What's that? Done. Turbo set. Done. What's that? Value one. That. What's that? Done. Dula. Hey, Todd.